My name is Stephen Henderson. I'm the director of Ruach Music, a musical instrument company based in Kilkeel, County Down. We manufacture guitars, cajons, which is a percussion instrument, pedal boards and effects pedals. I started Ruach when I was 16. I started it because I couldn't afford to buy a cajon, so I decided to build my very own version. From there I had enough material left to build another 5, so I decided then to build those 5 and advertise them online, and then we went from there. When I started the business, it very much so wasn't meant to be a business. It was more so I just wanted to get rid of these excess units that I started making. But then we started getting feedback from different people around the UK asking us to introduce unique features and functions that the market didn't have. And so I thought that there's obviously a reason why the market wasn't offering these features and functions. But then I decided to flip that and go, okay, there might be an opportunity here, and then introduce those features, and then they started selling very, very well. At the start of the business, I was part of an accelerator program held by Invest in I called the Propel program, and that was really instrumental to the success of the startup years of our company. The entrepreneurial skills I needed to start a business really was around determination and really not being afraid to fail as well. The main advantages I find of starting a business as a young entrepreneur mainly is around energy. I have a lot of energy to devote to the business, and as well as that, I don't have a lot of responsibilities as a young person, so I can take a lot more risks and have a lot more time to actually take those risks as well.
I'm sure you think that your heart not right.
At the beginning, I was just looking to the UK market. I didn't realise the actual size of the musical instrument industry. It's actually quite a niche market. So the entire market itself is only worth in and around $17 billion globally. So I found out very, very soon, because our instruments are as well niche within the instrument market, we had to export very, very quickly. In relation to products and product development, a big lesson I learned was around outsourcing. So we outsource a lot of our manufacturing to other companies in and around Northern Ireland and also to the Far East. Very, very quickly I found it's very hard to keep control of quality, especially as we're such a small company. So what I would recommend people to do is try and keep as much in-house in your early stages in order to maintain that quality assurance. And then as you grow, you can maybe look to outsource elsewhere, and you can then make the most of economies of scale. In the early stages of our business, we were involved with Young Enterprise, and even right back at school, they really started the spark in me to become an entrepreneur and showed me what it could be like to be an entrepreneur in Northern Ireland. So from there, after I started my business, I wanted to keep involved there and stay involved with Young Enterprise. And so we've been involved in them, working with young people and trying to really create a culture of entrepreneurs within the sort of youth demographic in Northern Ireland. The biggest challenge of starting my business was that I was 16. I had no career, I had no business experience at all, so I had to very much learn on the go. As I grew the business, I was learning about accounting and about exporting and about how to actually scale a company as I went along. The biggest challenge of running the business as you grow it from startup phase is delegation. So this very much so is my baby, and you're trying to delegate tasks to other people and trust them to do that and just completely 100% let go. Learning how to do that has been very tough, but it's something that I'm very excited about because you're starting to see growth in different areas where you didn't expect it and start to find out where my strengths are and where I really should be devoting my time to allow others to come in with their strengths. The biggest thing I would change about my business so far would be the delegation of sales. So I'm not a natural salesperson, and I very much so struggled with that for 2 to 3 years trying to sell stuff when I knew it wasn't really natural to me. So I really would actually go back and outsource that straight away and get somebody good to come in who's very well experienced and knowledgeable in that area. My top 3 tips for young entrepreneurs starting out would be to seek financial assistance early. There's a lot of support here in Northern Ireland for financial support and also for mentorship. On top of that, I would say to do your market research early on and go very, very deep into that to find out the global market and where you're actually seeking to sell your product or your service. And lastly, I would say you need to be determined. You need to go right to the very end and not be afraid of failure. Being an entrepreneur is a lifestyle and it's not a 9-to-5 job, so you need to be committed.